Hello,
Hey there, how's it going today?
I'm good, and I want to talk with you. I'm a English runner.
That's great to hear. I'm happy to chat with you. What would you like to talk about today?
Um, do you know the concept of digital footprint?
Yes, a digital footprint refers to the trail of data you leave behind when using the internet. This includes everything you do online, like the websites you visit, the things you post on social media, and even the searches you make. It can be either active, things you purposely share, like photos or comments, or passive, data collected about you, like your browsing habits. Have you been thinking about your own digital footprint?
Please speak shortly. Your role is English teacher, okay?
Sure. As an English teacher, I help you improve your English by correcting mistakes and making learning easier. I guide you in speaking, writing, and understanding English better.
Okay, good. Digital footprint uh, is useful because if I control the digital footprint, it it helps me to understand myself better.
That's a great point. By controlling your digital footprint, you can see how you present yourself online and make changes if needed. It helps you understand your habits and maybe even improve your digital presence.
Yeah, and furthermore, uh, the way I
And furthermore, managing your digital footprint can protect your privacy and reputation. It allows you to control what others see about you online, helping you create a more positive and accurate image of yourself.
yes, but I want to focus how we can use this personalized data to improve our daily life.
That's an interesting angle. By analyzing your digital footprint, you can identify patterns in your behavior, like what interests or activities engage you most. This data can help you make more informed decisions, set personal goals, and improve time management, for example. You could even track your habits to make positive changes, such as limiting time spent on unproductive websites or focusing more on hobbies that bring you joy.
Yes, that I 100% agree with you, and especially time tracking. This area really help really improve using personalized data.
I'm glad you agree. Using personalized data to manage time can be really powerful. For example, by tracking how much time you spend on different tasks, you can see where you're losing time and make adjustments. It helps you prioritize what matters most and even find more efficient ways to complete tasks. This approach can definitely reduce time related stress.
Yeah, right. Recently, I analyzed my time tracking data using cloud, I mean AI. The AI shows me the correlations of my uh, area of life. I mean, writing or my job or exercising or English learning. They correlate each other.
That sounds really interesting. Using AI to analyze your time tracking data can give you valuable insights into how different areas of your life are connected. It can show you patterns like if spending more time on writing affects your work, or if exercising helps improve your focus for English learning. This kind of personalized feedback can really help you balance your activities and make better decisions for your time.
Yeah, in my experience, I think um, programming and um,
It sounds like you have some useful insights. What do you
yeah,
think about
right,
your experience with this?
right. Um, I think programming and reading a book, I think these two is not related to each other, but the data shows me that these two really correlate strongly.
That's an interesting observation. Even though programming and reading books may seem unrelated at first, the data shows a strong connection between them. Maybe the mental skills or focus required for one activity help improve the other. It's fascinating how analyzing data can reveal patterns we might not have noticed on our own.
Yeah, it reveals our behavior that we don't understand or we can't see.
Exactly. It can uncover hidden patterns in our behavior that we might not be aware of. Sometimes we don't realize how certain activities or habits influence each other, but by tracking the data, we can get a clearer picture. This can help us make better choices and improve different areas of our life.
Yeah. Can you give me some questions related to this kind of uh, method?
Sure, here are some questions to help you reflect on using data to understand and improve your behavior. 1. How do my daily activities like working, exercising, and learning impact each other? 2. Are there any patterns in how I spend my time that I could improve? 3. What habits or behaviors seem to give me the most energy or focus? 4. How do
It's
my
too
emotions
long.
or stress levels relate to how I use my time each day? 5. Can I identify activities that help me feel more productive or balanced? 6. What data can I track to better
Stop.
understand my time management? 7. Are there times when I'm more focused or creative? What am I doing during those times? 8. How can I use the data I gather to set better personal or professional goals? These questions can help you dig deeper into how data can reveal meaningful insights about your life.
Um, it's too long. You have to respond shortly. And please give me one question, only one.
Got it. Here's a shorter question. How does my time spent on one activity affect my focus or energy for other tasks?
For example, this month I spent a lot of time to programming. So it means reading a book. I didn't spend time reading a book as much as I can.
I see. So when you focus a lot on programming, you have less time for reading. And how do you feel about that? Do you think it affects your overall balance or well-being?
Um, Fortunately, it's not any big uh, effect effect on my daily schedule.
That's good to hear. It seems like you've found a balance where focusing on programming doesn't disrupt your daily routine too much. Do you think this balance helps you stay motivated for both activities?
Mm, does it doesn't didn't interrupt means I choose priority programming, not reading a book, because it's my main interest.
That makes sense.
Go on.
Do you think this focus on programming is helping you make more progress in that area?
Um, I'm not sure I make progress in this area. I'm not sure.
It's understandable to feel uncertain about progress, especially with something complex like programming. Have you noticed any small improvements or things you understand better now compared to before? Even small steps can show progress.
Yeah. I understand how I make an app that I want to use in basic level.
That's a great sign of progress. Being able to create an app at a basic level is a big achievement. Do you feel more confident now to keep building on that foundation and add new features?
Yeah, I'm not sure I can make a big progress, but if if I learn daily as much as possible, I make.
Learning daily will definitely help you make steady progress. Even small, consistent efforts can lead to big improvements over time. Do you have a specific part of app development you want to focus on next?
It's really good question. I try to make an app that help us to understand our emotion better.
That sounds like a wonderful project. An app to help understand end emotion can be really helpful. What part of the app are you focusing on right now? Designing the interface, tracking emotions, or something else?
Um, Very basic level, I focus. I mean, I should choose emotion words that I use.
That's a great starting point. Choosing emotional words is key to helping users express and understand their feelings better. Are you thinking of organizing the words by type of emotion, like happy, sad, or anxious?
Yeah, I made basic categories. For example, sadness and anger and fear, anxiety, shame, just like that.
That's a solid approach. By breaking emotions into categories like sadness, anger, and fear, you can help users identify and express their feelings more clearly. Do you plan to add descriptions or examples for each emotion to help users understand them better?
Yeah, of course. Today I think of that correctly.
That's a great idea. Adding descriptions or examples will make it easier for users to connect with and understand each emotion. It could help them reflect more deeply on their feelings. How do you plan to present these emotions in the app? Will it be through a list, a mood tracker, or something interactive?
As a beginner programmer, I choose TreeMap to show these various emotions.
A tree map sounds like a smart choice. It can visually organize emotions in a hierarchical way, helping users see the connections between different feelings. Are you thinking of using colors or shapes to represent each emotion for better clarity?
I really want to, but I don't have any skill make that design.
That's completely okay. As a beginner, focusing on the functionality first is a smart choice. You can always improve the design later as you gain more skills. Starting with clear categories and a simple layout will already make your app helpful. Do you feel ready to move on to the next step after this?
Um, 일단 I use this app personally, and I should find uh, find to the point or 2 point needed improve.
That sounds like a great plan. Using the app yourself will give you a better understanding of what needs improvement. You can make changes based on your experience and how easy or useful the app feels. What's one thing you're curious to improve next?
Um, it's search. Search is really
Take
difficult
care.
to make.
It sounds like you're facing a challenge. What's difficult for you right now?
Um, if someone use this app, he choose the emotion words in TreeMap, but I want to search emotion words efficiently.
I see. To make it easier for users to search emotional words in your tree map, you could add a search bar or filter options. This way, users can quickly find the emotions that they're looking for rather than scrolling through the list. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah, it's really good idea, and that's what I want to say.
I'm glad we're on the same page. A search bar or filter will definitely make it easier to find specific emotions quickly. It could be a simple addition that makes the app more user-friendly. Do you have any thoughts on how you'd like the search function to look or work?
Pardon?
Sorry about that. What I meant was, how would you like the search function to work? For example, should it show suggestions as users type, or would it be a button they click after typing?
Hmm. Yeah. Ideally, using AI, I show the emotional words the user finds.
That sounds like a great idea. Using AI to show related emotional words as the user types could make the search even more intuitive. It could also help by suggesting words based on their emotional context or past choices. Have you thought about how you might implement the AI for this feature?
Hmm. I thought about it, but it's the last page. If if I can build this functionality, last page, I want to build this function.
That's a smart approach. Focusing on the basic features first and then adding AI later will allow you to build a solid foundation for your app. Once the core functions are in place, you'll have a better understanding of how to integrate AI smoothly. Are you excited about working on the AI part when the time comes?
Every day I try to build my own app. It makes me it makes feel good and excited, and I'm curious how my how I can how I can.
That's amazing to hear. The excitement of building something of your own is a huge motivator. As for integrating AI, you can start small by exploring machine learning libraries or APIs like OpenAI's API that can help you analyze and suggest emotions based on the user's input. It's a great next step once you're comfortable with the app's structure. Do you have any specific resources or tools in mind that you're looking to explore for AI?
Um, please speak again.
Sure. It's great that you're feeling excited about building your app. For adding AI, you could start by using machine learning tools or APIs like OpenAI's API to help analyze and suggest emotions based on what the user types. Once your app's structure is ready, you can start exploring these AI tools to improve it. Are there any specific resources or tools you're thinking of using for AI?
OpenAI API key is the main source that I want to use. It can make my app using AI.
That's a solid choice. Using the OpenAI API key will give you access to powerful AI capabilities, such as understanding and generating emotional language based on user input. Once you set it up, you can integrate it into your app to suggest emotions or even analyze patterns in user behavior. Have you already started looking into how to set up the OpenAI API in your app?
No, not yet. And as I mentioned, I recent uh, podcast episode related to digital footprint. And in this point, users' behavior in my app is important because uh, if I track a user behavior in my app, I can use the data to personalize that user.
Tracking user behavior in your app will give you valuable insights that can help personalize the experience. You could analyze how users interact with the emotional words, what emotions they choose most often, or even patterns in their emotional progress over time. This data can guide the AI to offer more tailored suggestions and insights. Once you start tracking this behavior, you'll be able to create a truly personalized experience. Are you thinking of using any specific tools for tracking user behavior?
I'm still I'm not thinking about that, but you
It seems
mentioned
like you were about to say something. What were you thinking?
you mentioned emotional diversity
It seems
tracking.
like I mentioned tracking user behavior and personalizing the app experience. Were you thinking about how to approach that or what tools to use?
Uh, I want to change the focus of our conversation in this app.
Sure. What would you like to focus on instead?
Um, if I if I using the
Take your
data,
time. What's on your mind?
if I use the data that personal that shows the pattern of users' behavior, I can use the data to uh, develop their emotion
If you use the
more.
data showing patterns of user behavior, you can personalize the experience by adapting the app to each user's habits. For example, you could suggest specific emotional words based on their past choices, offer tailored insights, or even adjust the layout to make it more intuitive for them. This kind of personalization can make the app feel more relevant and engaging. How do you envision using this data to improve the user experience?
Mm, what I want to say is I want to expand my users' emotional words that I want to say.
Got it. You want to help users expand their emotional vocabulary by offering more emotional words based on their behavior. By analyzing the patterns of their choices, you could suggest new, more specific emotions they might not have considered. This would help them express themselves more clearly and deeply. Do you think using AI could help in suggesting these new words based on the user's history?
Yeah, it can. It
It sounds like you're thinking that AI can help suggest new emotional words based on users' past behavior, which makes sense. The AI could analyze their current emotional vocabulary and recommend more words to help them express themselves better. Do you have any specific ideas for how you'd like these suggestions to appear in the app?
um not yet, and but
It seems
that
like you're still thinking it over. No rush. If you have any ideas or want to discuss further, feel free to share.
I don't rush, you rush, and I my I want to say that expand users' emotional world is key. This is the key uh, making this app. purpose of making this app, right?
I see. Expanding users' emotional world is the key to making the app valuable. By helping users discover and understand a broader range of emotions, you're giving them tools to express themselves more fully and accurately. This approach will make the app more meaningful and impactful. How do you imagine users would experience this expansion of their emotional vocabulary?
I didn't understand. Explain your question easily.
Sorry about that. What I mean is, how do you think users will interact with the app to learn more emotional words? For
Uh,
example, will the app suggest new words over time, or will users actively search for them?
both of them, users actively search for them, and the AI suggests more specific emotions so that users get more specific word, and it can create more positive interaction with users and the app.
It seems like you're saying that users could input their emotions or struggles, and the AI could help by adding a positive tone or suggesting ways to overcome those challenges. This approach could create a positive interaction, helping users improve their emotional understanding. Is that the direction you're thinking of for the app?
No, 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 it's not. I mean, um, if user inputs some situation or
I
some,
see. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Could you please explain it again? I'd like to make sure I understand your idea clearly.
yeah, if users input some emotional words, the AI help them to choose more specific words uh, appropriate in their situation. I mean, user,
Got it. So when users input an emotional word, the AI would help them by suggesting more detailed or related words to expand their emotional vocabulary. This way, users can better express their feelings. Does that sound right?
right, but users also input the situation, detailed situation. So AI think about the situation and the users input emotion. So give them to more specific emotional words that can users choose.
Ah, now I understand. So users not only input an emotional word, but also describe the situation they're in. The AI would then consider both the emotion and the context to suggest more specific emotional words. This would help users express their feelings more accurately based on their situation. Does that sound like the right approach?
Yeah, yeah, right. And we don't have time to discuss this topic because it's right of night, so I can go to sleep.
I understand. It's important to get some rest. We can always pick up the conversation later when you're ready. Sleep
Okay,
well.
okay, bye for now.
Goodbye for now. Take care.